Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins HD, coin lovers, treasure seekers and history explorers. Today we are going to talk about something that at first glance may look ordinary but is far from it. I am talking about the United States of America Roosevelt one dime from the year 1980. This small silver-colored coin might have passed through countless hands in shops and pockets or maybe even in your change jar, but what many people do not know is that this little dime hides an incredible story and holds a big surprise in value. In this video I am going to reveal its history, its uniqueness, its rarity, and what collectors today are willing to pay for it. You don't want to miss even a single second, because by the end of this video you will understand why this dime has become one of the most talked about coins in the action market of collectibles today. To understand the power behind the 1980 Roosevelt dime, we have to step back and see where it all began. The dime has a rich American heritage dating back to the late 18th century, but the Roosevelt dime itself was first minted in 1946, right after the death of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the beloved 32nd President of the United States. He had guided the country through the Great Depression and World War II and was also a strong supporter of the March of Dimes campaign, which fought against polio. To honor his service, his leadership, and his connection with the cause of dimes, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime design with the Roosevelt dime design starting in 1946. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has remained a mainstay in American coinage, carrying with it both practical value and historical importance. Now when we come to the year 1980, we find a dime that at first seems just like millions of others struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. On its obverse side you see the strong and dignified profile of President Roosevelt facing left, with the word liberty and the national motto "In God We Trust" etched proudly beside him, along with the year 1980 at the bottom. On the reverse side you see the classic torch of liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch symbolizing strength. Together these elements combine to create one of the most iconic and meaningful designs in American coinage history. But what makes the 1980 Roosevelt dime so special, so unique, and so desirable to collectors today is not just the design but the rarity of certain issues. While millions were minted, only a small portion stand out due to minting varieties, conditions, and survival rates. Some 1980 dimes are known to have mint errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or missing mint marks, which instantly set them apart from the crowd. Others are in such pristine mint state conditions that they shine as though they just left the presses yesterday, even after more than 4 decades of existence. For collectors, these are the treasures that make their hearts race. Rarity plays the biggest role in the demand for this dime today. A regular circulated 1980 dime may not catch your attention, but when you hold in your hand a rare mint error or a flawless proof strike, suddenly you are holding a piece of history that very few people in the entire world own. That is the beauty of coin collecting. It is not just about owning metal, it is about owning time, art, history, and rarity, all wrapped in one. And when the coin in question is a Roosevelt dime from 1980 in perfect condition or with a striking error, then demand skyrockets among collectors everywhere. Condition is absolutely key for collectors. A coin that has scratches, wear and tear, or heavy circulation marks will not hold the same power as one that has been carefully preserved over the years. Collectors look for sharp details, brilliant luster, and original mint shine. That is why grading services are so important in determining the market value of coins like the 1980 dime. The higher the grade, the higher the demand, and the more incredible the value it can bring in auctions. Speaking of value, let's talk about the real excitement of today's market. The 1980 Roosevelt dime has made waves in recent years as collectors recognize its scarcity in top grades and error varieties. At auctions, rare specimens have attracted big competition among bidders, pushing prices higher and higher. Some of these coins are not just being sold, they are being fought over because collectors know just how rare they truly are. And here is the thrilling part: a rare Roosevelt dime from 1980 in top condition has reached the staggering price of $39,000 at auction. That's right, a coin you might overlook in your change jar could actually hold the value of a brand new car or even more. For collectors who dream of finding one, or for those already building a strong collection of Roosevelt dimes, there are some important tips to keep in mind. Always check your coins carefully, especially the date and mint mark areas. Look for sharp details, unusual features, or any signs of doubling or mint errors. Use proper magnifying tools and good lighting so you never miss a hidden detail. If you suspect you have something rare, get it graded by a trusted coin grading company, because certified grading is what turns curiosity into confirmed treasure. Also remember to store your coins properly in protective holders so that they keep their luster and sharpness for years to come. Collectors know that patience, passion, and knowledge are the three keys to success in this hobby. The Roosevelt dime of 1980 is proof that even modern coins from the late 20th century can hold immense value if they are rare enough and well preserved. It is coins like this that keep the thrill of coin hunting alive, making us all check our pockets, our jars, and our old albums with excitement. So as we come to the conclusion of this fascinating journey, remember that the United States of America Roosevelt 1 dime 1980 is more than just a 10-cent coin. It is a piece of American history, a tribute to a great president, and a rare collectible that has proven its place in the action market today. From its background to its unique features to its rarity and collector demand, this dime stands as a shining example of how something small can hold something incredibly powerful. And with its current market peak value of $39,000, this little coin has written its name in the big book of numismatic treasures forever. Today we are diving into a coin that is as legendary as it is beautiful, the United States of America Barber 1 dime from the year 1894, a coin that is shrouded in mystery and fame and has become one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. If you have even a passing interest in rare coins, you do not want to miss a single second of this video, because I am going to reveal the uniqueness, the history, and the staggering value of this incredible dime. The Barber dime was first introduced in 1892 and continued in circulation until 1916. It was designed by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time, and it quickly became an iconic part of American coinage. The Barber design was used not only on dimes but also on quarters and half dollars, and it represented a new era of coin artistry in the United States. The 1894 Barber dime stands out among all Barber dimes because it is widely recognized as one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced. Now, when we focus on the year 1894, we are looking at a dime with a fascinating story behind it. Only 24 examples of the 1894 Barber dime were struck at the San Francisco Mint, making it extremely rare and creating a mystique that has fascinated collectors for over a century. The coin was minted in extremely low numbers compared to other years, and for reasons that remain somewhat mysterious, many of these coins disappeared into private collections almost immediately, adding to the allure and desirability among collectors worldwide. The 1894 Barber dime is small in size but enormous in historical and monetary significance. The obverse features the classic Liberty head design created by Charles Barber. Liberty is adorned with a Phrygian cap and a laurel wreath, while the word Liberty is clearly inscribed above the head along with the date 1894. The level of detail in the design is remarkable, and when you examine the coin under magnification you can see the intricacies of the hair, the cap, and the laurel that make this coin a masterpiece of minting artistry. The reverse features the denomination 1 dime surrounded by a wreath that perfectly balances the design. What makes this dime especially thrilling for collectors are the tiny variations and details that can affect its value tremendously. Certain coins have slightly different strike characteristics and surface qualities that experts scrutinize for authenticity and grade. Given the coin's extreme rarity, every detail matters, and collectors are prepared to pay enormous amounts for examples that are in excellent condition. Rarity is without question the most compelling aspect of the 1894 Barber dime. The San Francisco Mint produced only a handful of these coins, and over the years many have been lost, melted down, or damaged. The result is that today there are only a very few known surviving specimens, and even fewer in mint condition. Some estimates suggest only about 9 of these dimes are confirmed to exist in collections today, and those that remain are preserved with utmost care. Collectors consider finding one of these coins a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Condition is absolutely critical when it comes to valuation of the 1894 Barber dime. Coins that have been well preserved show exquisite detail. The sharpness of the Liberty head, the depth of the laurel wreath, and the smoothness of the fields all contribute to higher grades, which in turn produce astronomical prices at auction. The difference between a slightly worn coin and one in pristine condition can be hundreds of thousands of dollars, and for collectors this makes the search for perfect examples both thrilling and highly rewarding. The collector demand for the 1894 Barber dime is legendary. It is not only the scarcity that drives interest but also the mystique of its history. Stories abound of coins being given as gifts, discovered in old coin rolls, or passed down in families for generations. The provenance of a coin often adds to its allure, and coins with documented ownership histories have achieved record-breaking prices at major auctions. The thrill of owning one of these coins is not just about money, it is about holding a piece of American history in your hand. The current market value of the 1894 Barber dime is nothing short of astonishing, and it demonstrates the incredible power of rarity and condition combined. The coin has been sold at auctions for staggering amounts. Collectors and investors alike understand that this is not just a coin. It is a legendary treasure whose value has only increased over time. The market continues to show strong competition for any available specimens, and that has made this dime one of the most coveted coins in the world. For collectors who want to pursue coins like the 1894 Barber dime, there are important strategies to follow. First, always examine coins with a magnifying glass and proper lighting. Pay attention to the details of the Liberty head, the cap, the laurel, and the reverse wreath. Any unusual features or signs of mint errors can significantly affect value. Second, handle coins carefully by their edges. Never attempt to clean them, as original surfaces are paramount to collectors. Third, if you believe you have a rare or valuable coin, consider submitting it to a professional grading service. Certified coins command the highest prices because buyers have confidence in their authenticity and condition. Collecting coins is about passion, history, and discovery. The 1894 Barber dime embodies all of these qualities. The coin is small in size but massive in importance. It connects us to a period in American history when craftsmanship and artistry were paramount. It reminds us of the people who designed and minted these coins and of the generations who have preserved them through the decades. The story of the 1894 Barber dime is not just numismatic, it is historical and emotional, and that is what makes it so highly prized. As we reach the conclusion of this video, let us reflect on why this coin continues to capture the imagination of collectors more than a century later. The 1894 Barber dime is rare, it is beautifully designed, it has a fascinating history, it is highly sought after, and it has proven its value time and again in the action-packed coin market. Collectors around the world know that owning one is not just about possession, it is about connecting with a piece of the past and being part of a very exclusive club. And now the moment every coin collector has been waiting for, the revelation of the current market value. Rare surviving examples of the 1894 Barber dime in excellent condition have sold for as much as $373,000. Yes, a single dime from 1894 can be worth $373,000, making it one of the most valuable coins ever produced by the United States Mint. This is the power of rarity, the thrill of history, and the excitement of numismatic collecting, all rolled into one extraordinary small coin. Today we are diving into a coin that has fascinated collectors for decades, the United States of America Mercury I dime from the year 1942. This dime is not just a piece of silver, it is a piece of history and a symbol of artistry and rarity that has made it one of the most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. You do not want to miss a single moment, because by the end of this video you will understand why this small coin is a legend and how much it can be worth in today's market. The Mercury dime is one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. It was introduced in 1916 during a time when coin design was evolving into a form of art. The dime's design features Liberty wearing a winged cap, which symbolizes freedom of thought, but many people mistakenly call it the Mercury dime because the profile resembles the Roman god Mercury. The coin was designed by the famous sculptor Adolphe Weinman, whose work also includes the walking Liberty $50, and the coin reflects his incredible skill and attention to detail. The 1942 Mercury dime is especially interesting because it comes from a period when the United States was fully engaged in World War II. Silver was a critical resource, and coins from this era were minted in large numbers but still produced some of the most beautiful and highly collectible examples we see today. The obverse features the stunning Liberty head with the winged cap. Her profile perfectly captures motion and elegance, while the inscriptions include "Liberty, in God We Trust" and the date 1942. On the reverse side, the coin displays a fasces, a bundle of rods symbolizing strength and unity, along with an olive branch for peace, and the inscriptions "1 dime United States of America" and "E pluribus unum." Collectors are immediately drawn to the Mercury dime because of the artistic beauty, the sharpness of its details, and the history it represents. Holding a Mercury dime from 1942 is like holding a piece of a pivotal time in American history. It is not only a coin but also a reminder of the resilience and unity of the country during a very challenging period. Every curve, every line, and every letter was carefully crafted, making it a timeless piece of numismatic art that continues to captivate collectors worldwide. Now let's talk about what makes the 1942 Mercury Dime rare and highly desirable in today's market. While millions were minted that year, only a small percentage have survived in high-grade condition. Many of these coins were circulated heavily and show signs of wear, making uncirculated examples extremely scarce. The finest specimens that have been preserved in their original mint luster are the ones that command the highest demand among collectors. Rare varieties and minor minting errors can also increase value exponentially, and collectors actively search for these unique examples. Condition is everything when it comes to collector coins, and the 1942 Mercury dime is no exception. Coins that have maintained their original details, bright surfaces and full luster, are considered the crown jewels of any collection. Even small imperfections or light wear can make a significant difference in price, and that is why collectors are willing to spend extraordinary amounts to acquire coins in pristine condition. These coins are graded by professional services to ensure their authenticity and quality, and top-graded specimens often achieve astronomical values at auction. Demand for the 1942 Mercury dime is extraordinarily strong, not only because of its beauty and history but also because it represents a key year in the Mercury dime series. Collectors know that completing a full set requires rare high-grade examples from each year and mint mark, and the 1942 dime is a critical piece in that puzzle. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins in circulated rolls, old collections, or even hidden in change, and when a high-grade example becomes available, the competition is intense, with multiple bidders often driving prices to record highs. The market for these coins has been booming for decades, and major auction houses report tremendous interest whenever a 1942 Mercury dime in exceptional condition appears. The thrill of discovery is a huge part of the appeal. Collectors have been known to travel great distances and bid aggressively just to secure one of these coins for their collections. The coin is small in size but massive in value, and its reputation as one of the most collectible dimes of the 20th century continues to grow as new collectors enter the hobby and experienced collectors seek to upgrade their holdings. For collectors looking to find a 1942 Mercury dime, here are some essential tips. Always examine coins carefully under bright light using a magnifying glass to check the date, the mint mark, and the details of Liberty's winged cap. Look for sharpness in the hair, the edges of the fasces, and the olive branch, as these details indicate the quality and condition of the coin. Handle coins only by their edges to avoid fingerprints and oils, and never clean them because original surfaces maintain the coin's collector value. If you believe you have an exceptional example, consider professional grading, as certified coins often command far higher prices than uncertified ones. Coin collecting is about more than just financial gain. It is about history, artistry, and the excitement of discovery. The 1942 Mercury dime embodies all of these qualities. It represents a pivotal year in American history during World War II. It showcases the incredible artistry of Adolph Weinman. It hides rare high-grade specimens that only a few collectors will ever own, and it continues to capture the hearts and imaginations of collectors worldwide. Owning a 1942 Mercury dime is not just possession, it is a connection to the past and a piece of American legacy that will be treasured for generations. As we come toward the conclusion, let us reflect on the significance of the 1942 Mercury dime. It is rare, it is beautiful, it is highly sought after, and it has a story that reaches far beyond its silver content. It represents skill, history, and the thrill of collecting in one small but powerful coin. Collectors understand that this dime is a key piece of the Mercury dime series, and that its condition and provenance are the primary drivers of its value, whether displayed in a personal collection or sold at auction. The 1942 Mercury dime stands as one of the shining stars of American coinage. And now for the most exciting part, the current market value of this legendary coin. Rare surviving examples of the 1942 Mercury dime in top condition have sold for as much as $253,000. Yes, a single Mercury dime from 1942 in exceptional condition can achieve the staggering value of $253,000, demonstrating the incredible combination of rarity, history, and collector demand that has made this coin one of the most prized pieces in numismatics today.